morning. Celestial on the way is Greg James. He's got your breakfast covered this morning. Right now, it's time to get your news headlines and Newsbeat with Callum Leslie.
Radio 1 Newsbeat.
We're starting with news on the terror attack at an Ariana Grande gig in Manchester 5 years ago. 22 people died when a bomb went off. As Newsbeat's Pete Allison explains, Ron was there.
It just seemed to last forever. It seemed to go on and on and on, and nobody would come in.
And he says there were big mistakes in how emergency teams reacted. We already know there was only one paramedic for 40 minutes. Ron was with one victim, a 28-year-old called John Atkinson, for a bit longer than that before someone arrived.
Later, an official investigation into what happened puts out a report into whether John and another victim could have survived. It's already found security services should have stopped the suicide bomber in the days before the attack happens. In other news, we're hearing from Jess from London. She's just back from South Korea, where she was caught up in a crush on a night out that killed more than 150 people. And she's been speaking to Newsbeat.
No one had any ill intention when they went out, but still something as dreadful as this happened.
It had been the first Halloween in the capital city, Seoul, since strict COVID rules were lifted. We're being told a date for an election in Northern Ireland will be confirmed soon. It's happening after one party, the DUP, wouldn't work with other politicians because it's unhappy about how some rules after Brexit are working. 1 in 3 clubs could close by the end of the year. That's a warning from a nightlife industry body. It says venues are shutting at a rate of 1 every 2 days just now, with the costs of keeping them running getting more expensive as prices go up. And talking of prices, from today you'll be able to pay less for Netflix, but you'll have to watch adverts. It's brought in a cheaper deal after losing almost 1 million customers between April and July this year. And this guy's already broken plenty of records and won loads of awards. He's got another now. Harry Styles, the official chart says that song, As It Was, is the UK's most streamed song of the year so far, and they've put out the most streamed song released in each year since the chart started. On to football and last night's Champions League. And could Chelsea and England defender Ben Chilwell be out the World Cup?
Obviously, when he pulls up like that, it's a concern. So we need to scan it, but it's not positive at the moment.
That's Chelsea boss Graham Potter after he was helped off with a hamstring injury in their 2-1 win over Dinamo Zagreb. For Man City, what a moment for 17-year-old Rico Lewis. He scored on his full debut, a 3-1 win over Sevilla. Manager Pep Guardiola, a very happy man.
We made a really, really good game in general. It's good for, of course, we're qualified, but for the money for the club is important, for the prestigious, for everything. Yeah, good night for us.
Both City and Chelsea already through. Celtic are out though, beaten 5-1 even by Real Madrid. Boss Ange Postecoglou's confident they'll be better next season.
If we're in the next year, that will make more of an impact than this year, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a massive leap. But I don't think it needs to be.
And at cricket's T20 World Cup later, it's Pakistan taking on South Africa. This is Newsbeat. The time is now 7 o'clock.
Still to come
on Radio 1
at 3:30.
Going home with Vic and Jordan.
Can anyone get 12 correct answers
and complete the year at 10:30?
Ricky, Malvin and Charlie.
But right now,
Radio 1 Breakfast with Greg James.
Good morning! Welcome to Thursday. Ariel Free, thank you for the early breakfast show. Whenever I walk past Ariel's studio in the morning, I just look at her and go, murderer. It's changed forever. I think all of our relationships have changed forever. All the Radio 1 DJs since Monday's murder mystery. I'll never look at her the same way again. Not to be trusted. I hope you're good. Well, I don't know about where you are, but London's basically flooded. So, what's our favourite clip? Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't go on treacherous roads. Be careful. We've got a good Radio 1 breakfast show for you today. The quiz coming up. We'll give you some double disasters after 8 this morning. 10-minute takeover at 9. And more quiz in just a bit. It's day 4 of the quiz. Will is standing by to do that. I saw a good TikTok on the way in from, well, I think her name's Holly, but her TikTok name is Holy Morridge. She was walking home from work last night in the pouring rain and just decided to document it and pointed out that...
Look at me right now. I look like I've climbed Ben Nevis. I don't look like I've worked in advertising for 7 hours, do I?
she's had quite a inside day, but the commute is difficult is her big point. And I know you'll be thinking this morning, if the weather is rubbish where you are.
I drove to the station this morning and I've lost my own car. I've got no idea where the hell that matey is.
Yeah, look, life is difficult sometimes. Just to get to work sometimes is a massive ball ache. So Holly understands you. And also, this pony might understand you as well. Here's a pony that caught a glimpse of itself in the mirror for the first time. The reaction?
When your pony sees his own reflection for the first time.
His face is like, what? Tommy, you're squealing at yourself. You're so funny. Stop it.
That was me this morning. That was me this morning with bed hair. And I imagine it's a lot of you today as well.